So there you go. So now we know. So I hope everybody is having a good Friday. Good Friday. Yeah. And yeah, we're going to do Flub Up Friday. And so if you're unfamiliar with that, hey, Donnie, how are you? If you're unfamiliar with our Flub Up Friday, what we do, hello, Christina. What we do is I go through things and do it how maybe you would do it when you first start. Hey, Vicky. Hey, Ala. How you would first start. Ala, do you have a teenager that just started high school and you posted a photo? I think you're on my Facebook. So that's why I was like, I think I saw that. She's beautiful. Beautiful. Hello, Trish. Hey, Elijah. Good to see you. Been missing you. Hey, Donna. So yes, on our Flub Up Friday, we are going to flub up. And so I will take you through some steps that maybe hey, Lysandra, maybe, hey, Dawn, when you're first starting out, hello, Jennifer. When you're first starting out, these are mistakes that you might make. And everybody does it. We tell you up front, we're very real about this, that you might not be an expert the very first time you use it. And so it does take some getting used to. And it never fails, because we might, once in a blue moon, we have somebody come on and they're like, oh, this is awful. It didn't do what it's supposed to do. Yes, that's right. She was a senior. She's beautiful. But yeah, they'll come up and they'll just say, no, it doesn't do what it says. It was heavy. It was cakey. It was blah, blah, blah. And I'll go, oh, I'm sorry you experienced that. But how many times did you try it? And they'll go, one. Really? Or as my daughter goes, what? Hey, Amy. Hey, Deborah. Yeah, I had issues this morning. But anyway, so you have to keep going. You can't, if you think back to when you first started traditional makeup, you weren't an expert then. And so you need to keep doing it. We always tell people to do the 7-day challenge. And so the 7-day challenge is something you can do when you get it, or maybe you've had it and you haven't used it. We hear that a lot too, that people purchase it and they don't use it. And I'm like, it's not going to make you look younger sitting in the box. It's not going to give you flawless skin sitting in the box. People are not going to comment on how beautiful you look sitting in the box. Okay? So you have to get it out. Whether you like light coverage, heavy coverage, it doesn't matter what kind of coverage you like. Luminess can be that for everybody. This week, we've been doing makeup on the go, or makeup when you're half asleep, or makeup when, now that the kids are starting back to school, I was doing like how to look good in like seconds because you're tired. And this was a real life example of what happened. So today when I was getting dressed, I actually went to school to drop off my daughter like this. And she's cute. Yes, keep trying, getting better. Yay. I like Christy says, when they say flawless, they mean it. And honestly, guys, if I could, I would go to everybody's house and show them hands-on how to do it. I promise you it will make a difference. This is the next best thing. You have me at your house through this venue, and I'm here. So pretend I'm next to you. I'm your new best friend. We're going to be hanging out, and you're going to ask me questions. So I am going to show you some mess ups, and I can show you whether you're wanting light coverage or heavy coverage. It doesn't matter, and I can take you through this. When I was talking earlier about real life, like half asleep, of course, I'm having to get up early because my daughter has to be at school by 8:20. And I did my eyebrows, I put on my concealer, and I was like, that looks really light. So of course I grabbed the wrong one and I put on the light concealer, and then I airbrushed over it. I didn't take it off because nobody got time for that. So I didn't take it off. What I did is I grabbed my cut and Cut One palette, and I just contoured and brought that in. So this part of my face didn't look so white, because there was definitely a difference between the two. And so I just did that with the Cut One palette just to even it out. So guys, everybody makes mistakes. I want to challenge you, if you do make a mistake, try not to remove it, because just like I don't have time to remove that white and do another one, because then you have to wait for your face to dry. Then you have to put more moisturizer on or whatever your pre stuff is. And I'm just like, man, I don't know. Let's go. And so there's really, yeah, she's always a bowhead. There's really ways to fix everything. That's what I love about Luminess. I was able to blend most of it with the airbrush, because I put on one that was way too white, and then I just did more airbrushing over here than I normally would, but still was able just to blend it out with my Cut One palette. So again, always ways to tweak it, to fix it, to do whatever. But again, you know, my challenge to you guys is always do something different before you take your makeup off, whether it's a bolder lip, an eyeliner, a smoky eye, whatever, maybe it's put on lashes, whatever that is. My other challenge would be, if you mess up, try not to take it off. Just roll with it. Go from there and see what can be fixed. 100% fixable. Yeah, I mean, we need to be, and I joke, but I'm the MacGyver of makeup. I'll make anything work, right? And we got to do that, because this is yes, I could do these live chats and spend hours doing my makeup and show you step by step and show you blah 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 and show you how to do makeup if you were in a pageant, or show you how to do makeup if you were having photos taken, or show you, you know, we could do all of that. But number one, there's plenty of that out there, and number two, I want to do real life makeup. Yes, there's always a time and a place for that. Spend an hour on your makeup and beat your face. There's always time for that. But real life, we just got to go. Let's roll with it. Let's keep it going. All right. All right. No, you really can't. You cannot mess up with this makeup. There's no messing up. So we are going to do Flub Up Friday. And so I am going to mess up. So I'm going to go in right now and take off my makeup, because I'll be able to come with less makeup on once I can just drop her off. I'm still having to walk in. Okay. I'm still walking her in. Although today, guys, we get out of the car and she goes, I want to walk in by myself. I said, no, I get one more day to walk you in. You are not walking in by yourself. So I had to walk 10 feet behind her. And every time she turned around, she would go. I'm like, no. She's growing up. So Donna, let me ask you something. So if your hands, Donna's on YouTube, and she said, my hands shake most always. I have stopped trying to do liner and I hate it. So Donna, my question to you is, if you balance your hand on something, like if you balance your hand on your face, would your hands shake? That would be my first question. And the other thing I would recommend, because I can figure out a way we can make this work. If you're using the Persuasion eyeliner, and I'm going to apply it just because I'm going to take it off too. If your hand is shaking, but if you can balance it and maybe hold it down farther, like closer to the end, because with the Persuasion eyeliner, when you see me do this, so even if you had to like hold your hand and balance it on your face like this, when I do I don't do one steady line, but you can. So I would try it if you did one steady line, or if it's easier just to do some short like you might want to try that. But these are really nice because of how it comes out. I don't know. I would see about steadying it, and then I would also do your eyes first and then do the eyeliner first, because if you need to balance your hand on your face, then you don't have to worry about messing up the makeup. So do everything up to your eyeliner and then see if that helps. Hey, Letitia. Oh, Musette says morning, Donna. She also suggested using the eyeshadow as eyeliner. I use eyeshadow all the time as eyeliner. That might be a little bit easier. It's a little bit softer. Hey, Angela, to do that. So try that. Try that and let me know how that works. All right, so I'm going to take off. And look how that stays. Like, I just put that on and you can see how amazing that will stay. I'm going to take everything off besides my brows. And I went back to using the taupe pencil. The other day I was trying something new. It was way too dark. So I had to go back to my usual. Because I know my hand shakes if I drink too much coffee. But usually, yeah, I would balance it on something and see if that works. All right. Okay. So, no makeup on. Here we go. So today, we're going to do, Deborah uses eyeshadow for eyebrow. Yeah, a lot of people do that as well. It is a softer look. You can even do eyeshadow for your eyebrows and do the pencil around it. Depends on what works for you. Somebody, I think, asked about waterproof eyebrows. Did somebody say that? Our airbrush eyebrows stay on like crazy. These also will stay on like crazy. I did wipe a little bit off, but it might be because I have gloves on. But the other thing I would suggest is the makeup sealant, especially right now. I mean, I'm in Texas and it's 100 and something. But you can spray this on just certain areas. So you could take it and then just spray it on your eyebrows. A lot of times when I use this on Sundays, and I spray it, my face looks wet, and then I just don't touch it. I don't touch it. So even like taking Lily to school the first day, we were outside in a line and it was hot. It was so hot. It was so hot and humid that I was literally dripping. And normally you can just get glistening. But I was like, and when that happens, guys, just don't touch your makeup. Don't touch anything. I know it's hard because we want to do this to like wipe it off, but either do this, like pat it out, but don't wipe. It will stay on. It's not going anywhere. All right. So we're going in the 11 o'clock hour. We're going to start doing our flub ups. And so, Deborah, when you're doing the stencils for the eyebrows, remember you're working them in sections. So the front to the arch and the arch to the tail, and you can move them around. Don't think you have to plaster them to be perfect on your eyebrow. Okay. All right. So on the 11 o'clock hour, we're going to start airbrushing and flubbing up. I'm going to mess up. Let me see if I can find. Here's eraser. I am going to mess up really quick with eraser. I have done this before, but I wanted to show you, like, especially under the eyes. I think people have a hard time under the eyes with spraying because, again, still, I mean, how many times have y'all heard me say this? You're thinking of regular makeup. And so you don't want to keep going until you cover it up. So I'm going to do this side wrong, this side right. So if I was thinking of traditional makeup, I could even go in and do it on my, I mean, you can even, can y'all hear how loud I'm spraying? You can hear it. Like if I was listening to people airbrush, I'm like, okay, you're spraying too loud, you're spraying too hard, you're spraying, because I can hear it. And that's how you should get it. That's how you should be able to hear it as well. All right. I'm going to look up, spray it under my eye. I don't know why that always tickles me on this side. Okay. So as you can tell, that's way too much. But that's what we tend to do, because with traditional makeup, we're so used, like, let's say I had something right here to cover. I'm like, oh, I got to cover it. I got to cover it. Well, that's not how we cover in Luminess. We make a pass and then keep going. Make a pass and then keep going. So you're making passes to get that coverage. All right. So if I'm using eraser to do my lid and underneath my eye here, you can already tell how soft I'm spraying. I'm spraying super light. I can start seeing coverage. It already got some of the redness out. Do I need more coverage? Yes. So now I'm going back in. And it's even softer. Like when, I don't know if you saw when I was doing this one, I was like, because I was spraying heavier. Here, when you're spraying the correct amount, it's even softer on the eyes. And then you're not having any creases, wrinkles, or crinkles. Try not to make any facial expressions, because with this one, if I was spraying too heavy and I was like, then it's going to wrinkle and crinkle. So if I had to do that, you can tell like it's not even, but this side looks smoother. And there you go. Make sense? Yes, no, maybe? It is a hard thing for people to get. What would you recommend for dark eyes for dark circles? The peach color corrector. The peach color corrector is one of the easiest color correctors, and I believe they're still on sale. The duos are still on sale. I think till the end of the month. They might have ended yesterday. The peach color corrector is a godsend. I'm actually going to wipe this off, and so I will use that next hour. I was going to use the CC concealer, but definitely the peach color corrector. The peach color corrector is amazing. It's easier to use, and it's good for any skin tone. And so I think because it is more of a fleshy color, it doesn't, if you're spraying it correctly, it doesn't, it's not as noticeable, even if you do spray a little bit hard, a little bit heavy. So it's definitely, Donna, the peach doesn't? Why not? Why not, Donna? Okay, so now I'm going to take the bad side off. Yeah, the correctors are probably, a lot of people are afraid of them or because they don't know what they're used for, but they're the most helpful, I would say, just because it does hide so much and it's good for any skin type. So, all right. I'm going to put on a little Hakuna Matata. And we will go from there. So Donna, I believe it will work for you. We just might need to practice a little bit more, or even put a drop of your foundation in it, and that could help as well. So try those. But when we come back at 11, I will use the peach color corrector, and we'll go from there. But again, we're going to flub up. I'll get to found. Hey, Danica! Musette says, I promise it will work. Donna, I promise. Musette has dark circles under her eyes. I promise it will help. Hello from Peru, Mari. How are you? Oh, I know. It does. All right, guys. I will see you very soon. I'll be back here at 11. Again, Flub Up Friday. So we'll mess up some more. All right. I'll see you guys later. Bye.